Ever been scrolling through your phone's network settings, or maybe trying to figure out your international roaming options, and you've stumbled across a name that just doesn't quite fit? Maybe you're a Canadian traveler, and you see AT&T pop up. Or perhaps you're an American visiting the Great White North, and you spot Rogers. You think, wait a minute, aren't these supposed to be different companies? Are they the same? Is there some kind of secret telecommunications handshake I don't know about? Camera pulls back to reveal the speaker, now in a conversational setting. That's exactly the question we're tackling today. Is Rogers the same as AT&T? It's a question that's surprisingly common, and for good reason. The world of telecommunications is a tangled web of partnerships, roaming agreements, and sometimes just plain confusing branding. So, let's unravel this mystery, shall we? First, let's get the simple answer out of the way. No, Rogers and AT&T are not the same company. They are distinct, separate entities operating in different countries. Rogers Communications is a Canadian telecommunications giant, while AT&T is an American telecommunications conglomerate. They are competitors in their respective markets, and while they do interact, they are not merged or directly owned by one another. But why the confusion? Why does it sometimes seem like they're intertwined? To understand that, we need to delve into the complex world of network infrastructure and roaming agreements. Let's start with Rogers. Rogers Communications is one of Canada's big three telecommunications providers, alongside Bell and TELUS. They offer a wide range of services, including wireless, cable television, internet, and home phone. Their wireless network covers a significant portion of Canada, providing cellular service to millions of Canadians. AT&T, on the other hand, is a massive American telecommunications company. It's one of the largest in the world, offering a similar range of services in the United States. They have a vast network infrastructure, both wired and wireless, spanning across the country. The key to understanding the connection, or rather, the illusion of connection, lies in roaming agreements. When you travel outside your home country, your phone needs to connect to a local network to continue providing service. This is where roaming agreements come into play. Telecommunications companies like Rogers and AT&T have partnerships with each other, allowing their customers to use each other's networks when traveling. So, if you're a Rogers customer traveling to the United States, your phone might connect to the AT&T network. Similarly, if you're an AT&T customer visiting Canada, your phone might connect to the Rogers network. This is seamless for the end user, often appearing as if your phone is still connected to your home network. But in reality, you're using a partner network. This is where the confusion arises. People see the other company's name on their phone screen and assume a direct relationship. However, it's merely a temporary connection facilitated by a roaming agreement. Think of it like airlines. Airlines have code-share agreements, allowing passengers to book flights on one airline but fly on another. You might book a flight with Air Canada, but the actual flight is operated by United Airlines. This doesn't mean Air Canada and United are the same company, they simply have an agreement to share resources and expand their reach. The same principle applies to Rogers and AT&T. They have agreements to share network resources, allowing their customers to stay connected while traveling. This is a common practice in the telecommunications industry, with numerous companies worldwide having similar agreements. Another factor that contributes to the confusion is the increasing globalization of telecommunications. As technology advances and travel becomes more accessible, the lines between domestic and international networks are becoming increasingly blurred. Companies are constantly seeking to expand their reach and offer seamless connectivity to their customers, regardless of location. Furthermore, the technology itself can be a source of confusion. Modern smartphones are designed to automatically connect to the strongest available network. When you cross a border, your phone will search for and connect to the network with the strongest signal, which might be a partner network. This automatic switching can lead people to believe they're using their home network when they're actually using a roaming partner. Let's also look at branding and marketing. Both Rogers and AT&T are major brands with significant marketing budgets. They often advertise their roaming capabilities, highlighting their partnerships with other international carriers. While they don't explicitly claim to be the same company, their marketing efforts can sometimes create the impression of a closer relationship than actually exists. Now, let's address some specific scenarios where this confusion often occurs. Scenario 1: International travel. As we discussed, the most common scenario is international travel. When you travel between Canada and the United States, your phone will likely connect to the other company's network. This is a standard practice and is not indicative of any direct relationship between the two companies. Scenario 2: Network equipment. Sometimes, telecommunications companies might use equipment from the same manufacturers. This can lead to similarities in network infrastructure, further fueling the confusion. However, this doesn't mean the companies are the same. They simply use similar technology. Scenario 3: Media and entertainment. Both Rogers and AT&T are involved in media and entertainment. Rogers owns various media assets in Canada, while AT&T owns Warner Media in the United States. This involvement in the same industry can create the perception of a closer relationship, even though they operate in different markets. Scenario 4: Business partnerships. While they are not the same company, Rogers and AT&T might have other business partnerships beyond roaming agreements. For example, they might collaborate on technology development or share best practices. These partnerships are common in the telecommunications industry and do not imply a merger or direct ownership. So, to summarize, Rogers and AT&T are not the same company. They are separate entities operating in different countries. The confusion arises from roaming agreements, network similarities, and the increasing globalization of telecommunications. It's important to remember that roaming agreements are standard practice in the industry. They allow customers to stay connected while traveling, providing a valuable service. However, it's crucial to understand the difference between a roaming agreement and a direct relationship. In the ever-evolving landscape of telecommunications, it's easy to get lost in the jargon and complexities. But by understanding the basics of network infrastructure and roaming agreements, we can demystify these connections and make informed decisions about our connectivity. Next time you see a different company's name on your phone screen while traveling, remember that it's likely a roaming agreement at play. It's not a secret merger or a hidden partnership, it's simply the way telecommunications companies work together to provide seamless connectivity to their customers. And remember, always check your roaming charges before traveling to avoid any unexpected surprises. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.